Hello everyone, welcome to the new QuantWheel live stream where we help you set up your strategy, show some of the news with the product, and answer any of the questions you might have. So thanks for waiting in this morning. We had some important meetings to run through, but we are live as usual every Tuesday and Thursday. So I just shared a link into our Discord, and I'll start answering with some of the questions. Let me just ping all the people that are right here. All right. So we just launched the new pricing, and I just want to clarify some of the stuff that we've been getting questions about. Is the new pricing and the new promos, they're meant to basically have even a better deal for a yearly subscriber and incentivize and reward the long-term supporters of QuantWheel. On the other hand, yeah, we've released a lot of new features, and right now there's or you either already have it or you will have soon a great deal for our Quant plan. Next, if you have been a Pro subscriber or GEX subscriber, you are grandfathered into those prices with no changes, no price upgrades whatsoever. Hopefully that clarifies anything. If you have any questions, just let us know. We did ship a lot of great improvements and updates, but I actually want to show you what we are working on in the GEX TradingView app. I think this is the only TradingView overlay that shows you real-time GEX, and we are now adding flows plus heat map and even histogram. So let me just share the whole window and actually the entire screen. If you are joining now, please just let us know what questions you have, and we'll go through that. So, all right, we had a question in the live stream, sorry, in the Discord about open interest GEX and Vanna. Is it a good strategy? And could be better. How do you use it to trade SPY? That's a great question. Actually, I personally use it almost primarily combined with just some basic technical analysis. My favorite setups are positive gamma and negative Vanna to look for bounces from put and call walls. There are many other strategies you can use. I'm just most comfortable with that kind of strategy. So we'll go through that, but just want to quickly show you the, for example, Vanna heat map and how it actually works. We do have a 40 put wall that was also supported by negative Vanna for this kind of bounce from the potential level. So there's a huge negative Vanna node, meaning it should serve as a support at 38 level. These are never precise, never to the dot 38. So like in this range, this is support for the near-term future. So I think Nike, for example, I'm looking at it. I've been meaning to enter CSP position in this morning, but it has since bounced on me. This is, for example, Vanna heat map. There is also GEX heat map. Similar thing, similar levels as well to show you and help with your trading. One thing I really like is the near-term trading histogram of GEX per level. So if you're doing some day trading, intraday trading, we are adding nice bubbles to show you over time how is GEX changing for different levels. Obviously, let me just remove the overlay. So the purple bubbles is negative gamma, and the size of a bubble is basically showing the amount of support from these levels. Yeah, we've been constantly in negative gamma, so it actually did help to propel Nike and make it more volatile. The 40 level is holding strong, so we could be seeing the push towards the 40.8 even potentially today. This is, I think, even nicer looking on actual SPY or SPX. If we go into the 1 minute chart, and then we can see the full scale of all the levels and QuantWheel's features. So we're still gauging the size of the bubbles, but as you can see, we have been in negative gamma, and these bigger bubbles mean this was a bigger put wall, bigger resistance. Now we are still negative gamma, negative Vanna, and watching the flows. I can also show you a quick heat map. I think it's interesting in SPX because it has more data on more expirations in the near term. So let me just make sure we have the correct time frame. We're fixing this before releasing, making sure that the scale is correct, and the daily chart has a daily VEX heat map connected to it. So big put wall around this level, supported by also negative Vanna. So if I was looking to do some trades, I would probably do it around this 765 level, and then there's a huge Vanna level around 760. And if you go through these levels, I believe the GEX will also move, and we'll see some support around 760. So hopefully this shows you how useful can it be. Once we make sure it's all working, we will start releasing it to our alpha preview users. So right now, our alpha preview is limited to Quant plan. If you are interested in getting the latest updates, that's the plan for you. All right, a few things I did actually enter trades in is silver. I went long silver. Actually, this is silver miners. I think, as you can see, there's a lot of green here in the heat map, showing potential for more of an upside. We are right at this 200 daily moving average. We've seen a nice bounce from it. I do believe there is more upside on SIL. This is probably one of my picks for like a lot of trade. I think $100 calls are extremely cheap right now for the potential that they bring. That's my probably favorite long call at the moment. I'm not the best like long call trader, but I'm comfortable enough with this one to share with you. Then a few CSPs I actually entered this morning. One is NIO. It's seeing, let me just turn off the VEX. It is seeing a drop, but it's right above this 2 put walls in the near-term future. So let me just also add the next expiration quarterly. $4 is the put wall. So yeah, I've been selling the $4 CSPs. I think they bring you around 2% in 1 month. But this is the structure I'm looking at. So NIO has kind of bottomed out, and the two trend lines, very simple setup. This could turn into some kind of a falling wedge. So right about this $4 level, it matches my trend lines. It matches my kind of historical lows. It went to $3, but 3 to 4 is the accumulation zone, if you ask me. Plus, we have some gamma concentration here as well. So I like the NIO at $4 September expiration. Okay, Nike, I missed the entry, but wow, I've just seen Baidu. That's a huge move. Okay, this is probably the CSP of the day. I don't know what happened here. We'll need to check the news. So okay, earnings. But yeah, I think Baidu is a great stock, and this is the accumulation zone, if you ask me. You can see also GEX levels, huge gamma concentration. That's where I actually stopped here. And we have the negative Vanna as well. So there's going to be some support from Vanna. Yeah, I think after this live stream is finished, I will most likely sell Baidu cash secure puts. I really like the stock. They are a leader in autonomous driving. You probably think it's like, Google, Waymo, or whatever, but actually Baidu has 3 times cheaper cars and more than double, if I remember correctly. They have more drives, so meaning more data than Google and all the other competitors. So I think they have a very unique position. It's not only China, they're doing rides in Europe and across the Asia. That's on top of their own AI chip. That's probably going to do an IPO as well as a standalone company, and they have a huge stake there. So I think Baidu is, wow, this is a huge drop. Then, okay, one thing I wanted to show, I've been trading SK Hynix a lot recently, and I have short positions here, short position in SanDisk. So let me just show you my drawings from SanDisk. All right, as you can see, the QuantWheel is just live syncing. This was my projected trend line for SanDisk. This is just like my own lines. Don't take it for granted. But you can see the put wall at 1600 coming into play and helping to save SanDisk. So right now, yeah, we are in between positive and negative gamma, and yeah, I do have some like lot of plays put spread around these levels. I thought the trend line is gonna hold, but we actually crushed it. Then yeah, pullback. This now looks more bullish than I originally thought. So some potential good trades about from here. I think it's either we bounce or we crush it through and go lower. SK Hynix, I think it's great play for gamma. I think SK Hynix has been honoring all the gamma levels so far, and right now is bouncing between some of them. Let's just add September into this to get more of a read. And yeah, we are in some kind of a no man's land. So huge drop, but still positive gamma, still positive Vanna as well. That would probably be good CSP level, if you ask me. So the reason, like, I like SK Hynix is it's great earnings, but also like if it returns to the mean of their earnings, the stock still has some down potential. So SK Hynix, in the Korean, it will show you the full spectrum. Usually for pullbacks, I like the 200 average and 50% pullback from the highs. So 3,000 high, 50% pullback is 1,500. That was your accumulation zone right here. And then, yeah, now we are trying to figure out what's going to happen. There, if it drops more, I'll be accumulating here. Okay, so there's a question, how do we get QuantWheel for TradingView? Great question. Let me just share the actual simplest way how to get there. All right, let's stop this screen and share you. The easiest way to get there is just from pricing. Right now, you can see Gex plus Wheel or our Pro Plan and Quant have access to the TradingView indicator overlay desktop app. So you have to be one of these subscribers. We do have good promos on the yearly plan, and if you click here, it's going to bring you to the actual page where you can get your key, download the actual apps, and start trading. So once you install the app, just input your key that you obtain from clicking this link, and you should be able to get the overlays. So the one I showed you is a newer version. As you can see, it has some ticks with the heat map, but as soon as we get the heat map solved, we'll be releasing it. One note here is we're having trouble with Azure verification. I've opened support tickets with the Azure team. So if you download the app and it says unauthorized or like not trusted sender, you need to work through that and just trust the sender. But we are working through that and working with the Microsoft support to unblock signing of the apps. All right, that's how you get the TradingView. Let us know if you have any suggestions. All of these things we're working on come from user feedback. So we take it very seriously and try to prioritize it as quickly as possible. All right. I think this was a quick overview of everything I wanted to go through. As usual, appreciate all the support and keep the feedback coming.